Hey all, welcome to my YouTube channel, Making Sense of Credit. My name is Tony Hill. I'm a personal and small business credit coach with more than 35 years of experience in finance, automotive, and real estate. Thanks for taking a ride with me. I'm back again. This time we're going to be talking about marriage and credit, the impact of marriage can have on your credit, that sort of thing. Before I get started, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, hit that bell for more content, and then also make a comment if you like what I'm talking about or if you don't like what I'm talking about, for all you haters. No, just kidding. But look, let's talk about marriage. First thing is, people, they worry about when they get married, how it's going to impact. Well, the good news, even in the community property states, your credit is your credit. So you don't have to worry about that. One thing about community property states, and I'm going to drop this, and I'm going to put a list of those below for you, what those states are. But the difference is with community property states and non-community property states, when you do get married, some banks can actually look up your credit and actually involve the other person, your spouse, in the decision making. Because in those community property states, once you get married, you are responsible for the debt, unlike non-community property states. So make sure you're aware of that. Also, too, let's talk about, once again, when you get married, I know a lot of women worry about, because their name is going to take on the spouse's, if the spouse has bad credit. No, that's not the case. Once again, your credit is your credit. Aliases, because you add another name, is not going to affect your credit. How it's going to read on the credit report is that it's going to have your maiden name first and then your married name second on the credit report. The other thing that's really cool about credit bureaus is that it makes it harder for people to steal your identity because of your change of names, because all of those names will kind of come up in one way or the other, so it's easy for them to figure out if this idiot's coming over without a blinker. Sorry about that, but so it makes it easier for credit bureaus to track those people who are maybe trying to take your identity. Also, too, look, when you get married, don't be a hater. If your spouse, man or woman, has a better credit, you know what? Put them on as an authorized user. And that's just going to help the both of you, especially if you go to apply for something down the road. And then the other thing too, authorized user can be temporary. You can add that to a spouse's credit, and we'll make it better for a while, and then you can take them off as an authorized user. But I would say add your spouse. My wife just added me on to one of her cards because she has a long-standing history to one of hers. And of course, early on when we met, I added her to one of mine. So, you know what? Help each other. The other thing too, I would say in marriage is keep your business separate. Especially when you're buying a house. If one spouse can carry the entire loan and buying a home and qualifying for a loan, that's beautiful. Because the thing about it is that if you both go on, what happens is you tie up you tie up buying power, because now you both have that loan on your credit. So if one can do it separately, leave the other one credit available, maybe to buy an investment property, which is a great idea. And when it comes to money making and prospering, saving for your retirement. So I would say keep your business separate. The only thing I could say that's really kind of not tied to credit a little bit, but understand that when you do things jointly, it will affect your quality of life, so to speak. If one, if you were to add a spouse and they have bad credit, that's going to affect your loan and maybe your interest rate. So maybe you don't want to do that if one has bad credit or a lower credit score. Also, too, joint checking. Joint checking. If one the spouses have an issue with the IRS or whatever the case may be, you're responsible. So, they can seize joint accounts. So make sure you're aware of that. Bankruptcies, once again, really not tied to credit, but if one spouse has a bankruptcy, that could affect your quality of life, because especially in the 13, if it's not paid off, if you're doing a 3 to 5 year plan or whatever your plan that one spouse that's in bankruptcy is on, that could affect you, especially with joint checking, something being seized. The payments that you're making to the Chapter 13 is going to affect your income to debt. So make sure you're aware of all of those things when you do get married. But for the most part, will not affect your credit of each other. But there are some good and bad. Because it's two of you, you can definitely, if you both have good credit, man, you could rule the world, especially when it comes to investments, putting your money together, putting your credit power together, especially if it comes where the opportunity. And unfortunately, most people, when one person has bad credit, and that's why you want to help your spouse get to the next level, because you can take advantage of opportunities when it comes to investment properties and things like that. So that's about it. Once again, thanks for driving with Tony. I'm making sense of credit. I'm just about at my destination. I know I'm safe. I have a seatbelt on, and I'm looking at the road. So thank you guys for being here with me today. Until the next time, Tony Hill signing off, making sense of credit. Peace, y'all.